They're 5 girls who went from reality show wannabes to chart-topping starlets, but what's it really like to live the dream? This is the behind closed doors, access all areas peek at what really happens inside Britain's biggest girl band. This week, the latest video's not to everyone's tastes.
No, it's not good. I hate it.
Sarah's fuming about the new single.
When you think it's a good song, you think it should be maybe top 3 or something.
And an ex-boyfriend and a tabloid headline causes some real tension for the group.
Stay, fuck off.
It's 3 weeks before the Pop Princesses release A Whole Lot of History, their 12th single. And the Girls Aloud camp are ready for battle.
What we've kind of become a bit obsessed with is that we've been lucky enough that all our records have been consecutive top 10 singles. And we've now got this chart record that no other girl group ever has had.
The girls have got a full-on 21 days of endless TV performances, photo shoots and public appearances to make sure that their song reaches the top 10. And in between all that, there's a video to shoot. The pressure is on.
There's so much work that goes into promoting a single, from conception, from recording, to shooting a video, to shooting a photo session for a single. They do vast amount of TVs, can be, you know, 14, 16-hour days for them.
Hit the wall and slid down it. We are all going to be ready to kill someone, so...
The girls have to perform, pout, twinkle and smile every day for 3 weeks because anyone and everyone is a potential fan.
Give a smile for me!
And the record company has planned the Girls Aloud onslaught with military precision. From kids' TV to daytime chat shows, the girls get ready to perform on demand.
Hello, how are you this morning? You well?
Yes.
Emily and Cheryl.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
But the constant pressure to look good for the cameras means paranoia and worry about how they look.
I do apologise to the adults at home if I'm scaring your children, but I have just got up out of bed. All of us in the beginning had put weight on. It's not until now that we look at pictures when you think, oh my God, we looked shocking, and we did.
Yeah, I think everybody has days where you feel rubbish. Like either you just have a bad hair day or a fat day or an ugly day, or sometimes if you're really unlucky you get it all together, don't you?
With just 2 weeks to go, there's no time for fat days or insecurities, and after 7 TV appearances in 4 days, the girls need to get the video shot.
Videos now, I think, do carry a lot more weight than they ever have done before. People are watching video channels from VH1 with mums at home with their kids to kids coming home from school to, you know, across the board. So the video is really, really important.
Gay Paris at 4 a.m. Temperature -3. Despite being half asleep, the girls have to get into makeup and character to play sexy, glamorous, heartbroken lovers in a variety of poses and outfits.
C'est coupé, merci. Et dès qu'on est prêt.
Manu? Alors. On ramène un petit peu la coiffeuse. Alors.
Let's just pull this out the bag, eh?
With the language barrier broken down, the girls keep up the pouty lip syncing until midnight before they have the video in the bag.
Oh, that's really nice.
Okay, so this is a wrap. Thank you very much.
I thought most pop stars kind of did a few days' work every week. And I don't think you really see how much work there is to do unless you're in the thick of it.
Let's get in the car then.
With just 5 hours sleep, the girls get bundled into a taxi and head back to the UK knowing they've got 12 full-on days of work before the single comes out. Working non-stop for such long periods makes it hard for newly single Sarah to nab herself a suitable boyfriend.
When I first started doing this, I was with someone who didn't really understand it all. It was a little bit difficult for them to accept what I was doing and the attention that what I was doing received and stuff like magazines, papers. If I wasn't in this sort of whole industry and I was going out with someone who was, I think you would feel a little bit alienated. I think it is easier. I mean, it doesn't mean you have to go out. It doesn't mean I'd have to go out with someone who's in the public eye. There's a lot of people who work in this industry who are behind the scenes as well. They're usually all gay.
But unsuitable exes are about to rear their ugly heads. The girls head straight to a London photo shoot, unaware that one of them's made that morning's tabloid headlines. It's not long before Sarah's given the newspaper to read, and she's not happy. The paper claims Sarah's ex-boyfriend, Callum Best, has been overheard telling his friends what he really thinks of her, and it's not flattering.
It doesn't make me look bad, it makes him look like a twat if he has said it. But personally, I don't think he has. So, I'll be honest.
Sarah shrugs off the story and the girls continue the photo shoot, but the mood changes. An hour later, a surprise visitor turns up to see Sarah. It's Callum Best.
This is the stressiest day.
A change of outfits later, a relieved Sarah emerges to pose for some sexy shots.
Everyone out of the way, it doesn't need to be in and out, sorry. All right, ready?
Trouble. Very pretty though.
Step round, straight to me.
So was it like a poster?
Yeah, it was standard procedure to be honest with you though. They can get away with murder. But it's all good. This kind of just proves that there's a lot of shit. In fact, I'm hanging out, good friends.
I look fucking naked.
It'll be all black.
You promised me it's
I promise you it'll be all
No, there's better ones.
No, I've seen them, they're hot.
Some better ones like that.
Like that, yeah.
But while Sarah cheerfully poses for single saucy shots, the rest of the girls aren't really enjoying the experience.
I hate these kind of photo shoots. I hate when I'm revealing stuff. I don't feel comfortable. I just feel embarrassed because it's like even if it looks all right in the end, I still feel embarrassed doing like wearing no clothes in front of loads of people that you don't know what I do.
There's a fine line between a showgirl look and looking slaggy. It's really hard. So I've ended up with high-waisted shorts on as well. I don't mind. I'd rather that than have my arse cheeks out to all these men in the studio. It's not normal. It's not appropriate.
The next day, the management get the first look at the brand new Paris video.
Well, that looks good. See, if Sarah comes in for the first time there...
It's too late, isn't it?
It's going to cause a problem.
Product manager at the band's record label, Poppy Stanton, is the video mastermind.
Videos are really important now. They're an essential part of the whole marketing mix. Girls Aloud tend to get really heavy rotation really, really quickly, and then it just gets absolutely hammered and played to death, which is brilliant in the run-up to the single release.
I think what's there's been shot really, really nicely, and I don't really mind what they want to take out or put in.
Gorgeous, don't they? So it's actually just going to be a matter of opinion.
Yeah.
Ever since day one, we've always said to them, when we've done video approvals, don't look at yourself, look at the shot as a whole, look at everybody. It's really difficult getting 5 girls looking, you know, gorgeous all at the same time and them all happy with themselves.
But will an insecure Girls Aloud like their new video?
Action! Oh, don't film that bit. You didn't get that, did you? Cut that out, because it sounded ridiculous.
Oh, the sea! You can see me laughing,
That looks
gorgeous. It's outdoors. You have no idea how cold it was. Better be worth it. Oh, we got a #1, girls, have we?
This disco. Don't say that on camera, because if it comes out at number 25, then we're
No, but it deserves to be in the top fucking 3. I don't care what anyone says.
Hate the makeup.
Oh, don't you fucking stop.
Honestly, look how much makeup I've got on. Hardly anything.
You look gorgeous.
Oh, you look gorgeous.
No, it's not good. I hate it.
Not everyone's happy, but overall, it's going to look. I mean, it does look brilliant. Good.
Just
right.
that
You want to say it again?
Everyone's gonna see that, you know what I mean? Not just me. It's not like just I'm gonna see it and that's fine. Everybody sees it, don't they? It's not good.
Coming up, with just days to go until the chart position is announced, the girls are feeling the strain.
I'm really scared.
When you think it's a good song, you think it should be maybe top 3 or something.
Exactly that yourself.
We need to go to the gym.
The girls have only 6 more days to convince the public to buy their new single, A Whole Lot of History, and they really want a top 10.
You get used to a certain level of success where we're used to singles going on 1, 2 or 3.
But management aren't taking any chances and scheduling back-to-back TV to sell the single.
Being on telly is where people expect them to be, and if they don't see them on telly where they're used to seeing them on telly, when they're releasing a single, then it does make it very difficult to sell.
A nervous girl group keep their fingers crossed.
We don't really have a clue whether people like it or not.
TV promotions executive Rachel Cook has planned their chart battle very carefully, picking and choosing the shows she feels will help them get into the charts.
You're always looking for your big telly, so at the time that you're actually planning your plot, so to speak, it's like, what is the biggest audience figures that you can possibly get in that hit?
Today is a big day for the girls because they're going to hear the all-important midweek chart position.
We get a midweek chart position, which we get from retailers, which gives us an indication of how well a single or an album is selling. So we get them every day leading up to the chart on Sunday, so we never know what the chart is going to be on Sunday, but we do have an indication of how the sales are doing.
It's an early start for the famous 5 with a full day of campaigning ahead of them before those dreaded chart figures.
It actually does feel like the middle of the night. When you get up, you feel like so jealous of everybody that can still sleep.
And not everyone is relishing the results of the midweeks.
I'd rather we were out the country when we hear the midweek. You can kind of tell by people's expressions, like before they tell you if it's good or bad. Like if you don't get a message on your phone by 12 o'clock on the Tuesday, you know it's bad.
Are we going then?
We are.
It's actually very, very calm this morning. It's quite nice. When they first get here, it's all a bit, oh no, it's so early, but they soon forget.
So tell me, baby.
I think Darren was on the floor down there. I'm not sure he believed his luck this morning.
I know. A bit much. They just had some really unflattering, like shot up, like you know when they go upwards, it makes you look bigger.
See yourself.
Well, I don't know. It's enough to give anyone a complex, really.
Got to admit, A Whole Lot of History doesn't feel as if it's doing as well as some of the other singles have done in the past. It will be a good single. I presume it will go into the top 10. We just have to really keep our fingers crossed.
By 10 a.m, the girls are already at their next appointment of the day with Davina.
So proud.
Half an hour before they have to go onto the studio floor, and Cheryl is still convinced she doesn't look right.
I know, Nicola, it's over. No! Me feel depressed. Right now, even worse. I don't like it. I've got sensitive skin, okay? Don't flick me, because what is that mirror all about? Because is it bad? Is it bad? Pop yourself in front of it. Is this Mike?
No, this is your ears.
You do it to me? You do it to me? Now look in the mirror, and I'm not fucking joking. Can you see change? Can you?
Oh, okay.
No.
So this is your wife,
You
she's going to have to do the rest of it. It's too much. You need to flip it first and not.
You know what that means, don't you? It means we need to go to the gym. Girls Aloud! This sort of musical midwife. You know, how birth to do in a reality TV sort of.
As the girls drive to their next TV show, the midweek results come in. Their worst result today is a number 9, and they need to do better.
We just received the midweek today for Whole Lot of History, and it's number 8 at the moment. So we've never had one that's not been in the top 10 yet.
No.
So thank God it's in the 10. So let's just hope it goes up to top 5, because that would be better, really. See what happens.
Looking good is part of the band's sales pitch, but Nicola worries that it's not enough.
Pop isn't in fashion at the minute. I mean, you had pop bands, you had Steps, Spice Girls, you had all them pop bands. It was like an overdose on pop. And then you had R&B, you had Destiny's Child, you had all of them. Now it's indie. It just moves around like a cycle. It's whatever is in fashion. And I also believe the public are quite manipulated by the media. Whatever the media says is cool, the public automatically think is cool. In the beginning, it was never cool to like Girls Aloud, because of the whole reality TV thing. But now we've been around for so long, I'd like to think that people respected the fact that we are one of the only reality bands still around. Not even so much reality bands, pop bands in general.
It's Saturday, the day before the final chart position and the last opportunity to sell the single. Kids TV is an important market for the band, and they have to make it count.
Double for us, here we go.
Today we are doing Holly and Stephen's Saturday Showdown, and because the single was released on Monday, it's really important to get a good Saturday TV in.
Terry, 5 seconds! Quick, 5 seconds, we're only joking.
There's obviously kids watching telly on Saturday morning, and this show gets really good ratings.
What do we do? 2, Van, put the card out!
Hope that people watch it until about, 11:30, and then they kind of perhaps nip to the shops with mum and dad, and they might just go and buy a single. Fingers crossed. Midweek's gone up quite a lot, actually. It went from 8 to 5, which was good because the lowest single position we've had so far with the girls has been number 7. We all really, really loved the single, and we really think that it should do well. So the fact that it went up in the midweeks was just music to our ears, really. It's always nice to say you got a top 5 single.
The girls have done all they can, and they leave the studios knowing tomorrow is the big day. The next day, 6:30 p.m, and the girls are on their way to choreography. Nadine's expecting the all-important call, and Sarah doesn't want to be filmed.
All right then, great. Cheers, speak to you in a bit. Bye-bye. We'll do it in 10 minutes.
Today we find out exactly what chart position we are. So I don't know if it's gone up from 5 or if it's gone down or what's happening with it yet. So I think I have to do the radio interview. You get nervous before you find out because you're not too sure. Like it could have went from number 5 to number 15, number 25.
Hello? Okay, hold on 1 second, I'll pass you over.
Radio 1's chart show.
With Scott Mills and Westwood.
First new entry in started the new top 10 for Girls Aloud with their brand new single. And Nadine's on the phone. Hello.
Hello.
You are on Radio 1's chart show to find out, obviously, where you're charting today. I can tell you are number 6 with a whole lot of history.
That's big. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's
really
crazy.
good.
Congratulations, that's your 4th single off a classic album.
Yeah.
I pay attention to Girls Aloud.
Right, listen, we're playing your new entry at number 6 now. This is Whole Lot of History, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you, Nadine.
All right, bye.
6. You want it to be top 5, top 3 at the most, but 6 is good. 6 is... that's fine.
Please, make sure they're safe.
With the results just in, there's no let-up in their schedule and the girls go straight to dance rehearsals that evening. Everyone's a little disheartened with the chart position, except for Cheryl.
We got the chart position number 6, which is amazing, because I don't think a lot of people at home know how it actually works. We release 1 or maybe 2 singles, and then the album, and then hopefully everybody buys the album because they like the 2 singles. So then every single after that, everybody's already got, because they've got it on the album. So for us to still be at number 6, the 4th single off the album, it's unbelievable. So we're just really over the moon that we're still making it into the top 10 when our album's been out for ages. Happy days.
I feel ferociously proud of them that they've managed to sustain and, you know, fight through the demise of pop music. If you'd read this week's kind of top 40 2 years ago, the album chart, you probably wouldn't have known about 3 artists in there, which just shows how quickly things change.
In a land of a lot of guitars and a lot of bling and a lot of American R&B music, Girls Aloud is still up there in the top 10. It's fabulous.
Next week, the girls head down under and get busy with the locals.
Fucking hell! What will I do if I kiss it? Bite me face off?
Nadine's got a hot date with a famous admirer.
Been invited out for a drink with a real hottie. I mean, hotter than hot.
And Girls Aloud really let their hair down on a boozy night out.
We need to go now because everybody's embarrassing themselves.